you will need a ed head base, some scissors, your mask, a hot glue gun, some elastic, and some pins. And the last item that you need is fur of your choice. At the moment, I can't really grab it because it is way up high in my closet. Anyways, Porter, what do you think of that, huh? What do you see? Purring up a storm. Oh, great, you drooled on the table. Get off me. Oh, man, I love you so much, Porter. You're just gonna jump on my lap again, aren't you? Yep, I knew it. Anyways, I've got this ed head named Bob. I've got him having a balaclava on him, the special balaclava you know about from the last video. And I've got this big long piece of elastic, and right here, as you can see, I cut out a little slit so it can go into these right here. It's got little side holes there, and I can basically place them in because now I've got it at the right size so it can go through there. Thank you for licking me again. And I'm basically going to heat up my glue gun and glue this onto there. Can you please stop licking me, sir? I love this little man, but sometimes he's obnoxious. Oh man, I love him. Alright, get off me. Please don't claw me. Yeah. Gosh. He has sharp claws. Anyways, I'm going to let that heat up. All right, it is all heated up. There we go. And I'm basically going to pull it all the way there and wrap it around. Place a dot of hot glue there. And glue it together. Now I just got to hold it there. Let it glue, there we go. All right, so now that I've got that just hanging there we go. I'm going to place this here and reach around. Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. Okay, I got it. Oh, there we go. Reach around. Should be your side if it's twisted. Yep, it's not twisted. The chair is running away from me. There we go. Slipping, or at least trying to. I'm going to hold it tight there, like this, and I'm basically going to take the glue, hold it very tight, and I'm going to just put a dot right there. Make it hold there so it makes it a bit easier. So this like stays there. And so it basically stays there. Makes it easier to work with. Now I've got that strap glued there. I'm basically going to come around to the other side. Now it's slightly attached. Check the direction. There we go. And I'm basically, while it's like this, I'm just going to not start gluing on this side. I'm just going to do dots all along till I reach to here. I'm going to basically put glue dots there and like occasional glue dots there so it will stick there and make it easier to work with. All right, I've got glue dots all around, all the way to where I had originally glued right there. Now I'm basically going to tighten it like this, like really hold it out, hard to hold, while you're also holding the mask, and make it very tight. You're basically going to go here and snip it. Maybe like right there. Now I've got an extra piece. And as you can see, it's all crazy ruffled up. Actually, you can't see it. It's all crazy ruffled up right there. Like it's all parted and stuff because it was all tight when I cut it. Now I'm basically going to do a clean cut on it. There we go. Now it's better and cleaner. There we go. I'm going to line it back up again. And I'm basically going to let it hang there so I don't have to go through that hassle. And I'm basically going to stretch it out again and do the same thing I had done with the other side previously in the beginning. Do that cut. And there we go. Now I've got it like that. I'm going to line it back up, stretch it out again, and just feed it through the hole. Man, this is actually very hard to feed through the hole. I'm going to pull it, take the hot glue, do the little dip and dab of the hot glue, place it down, and hold it. There we go. All right, it is all, there we go, glued. And I've still got an extra little flap, so I'm just going to put more glue there. And now I'm going to make sure it is, there we go, lined up there. Okay, good. And I'm going to glue the rest of the strap down. All right, and it is much more secure now, but as you can see, it still rattles around like this. What I'm going to do is basically, one second, let me grab my tape measure. You're basically going to grab one of these. I forgot to list it in the intro, but yeah, inches, stuff like that. You're basically going to go through the hole. Hold on. Go through the hole. And there we go. And I'm basically going to measure it like this. Measure it like this. Keep it upright and all the way here. For me, it says 14 inches. So now I'm going to take some more elastic and measure out 14 inches. Now I've got it measured out to 14 inches there, my elastic, and I'm basically just going to cut it there. There we go. This is 14 inches of elastic. I'm going to tighten it out like this again. So I'm going to also do the same thing I did with the others, where I just snip around the edge, making it a smaller area. All right, I've got the little slit right there done, and I'm just going to slip it through here. There we go. Slip it through. And I'm going to take the hot glue gun and do a dot there. And there we go. It appears there's someone at the house. You heard the dog barking, of course. She likes to bark at anyone who rings the doorbell or even gets close to it for no reason. Anyways, I'm going to make sure it is all glued on and tighten it back up to where it's supposed to be at the height. Make sure it's straightened out, which it is not. And I'm basically going to cut off maybe about 5 more inches. I'm basically going to glue it on here. Don't hold your finger up to it because the glue will actually seep through right through the elastic. Anyways, now I just have to wait. All right. Wow, I just realized how many glue strings there are. Anyways, this is glued onto there. Check the front, make sure it is at an even area. There we go. And what I'm going to do, since this side decides to sag down, I'm basically going to glue a wrinkle down, if it will let me. All right, now you're going to need a dish towel, you know, just from your kitchen. It's going to be not like a face towel, like a large dish towel, where you're going to fold it like that and wrap it around the neck. Or you can do foam for it. I do not like the foam part of it. I rather just do a dish towel. Anyways, I'm going to go grab one. All right, I grabbed 2 dish towels. I forgot to mention you need 2 of them. And you need saran wrap right here. You're going to, just like I said, you see how it's so this is completely unfolded. You're going to go up on the side like this, fold it like that, and wrap it around the neck like that. All right, I also forgot to tell you, Scotch tape or painter's tape, you can use either one. I will be using Scotch tape because that's because I have more Scotch tape than painter's tape. Anyways, I'm basically going to wrap it around the neck so you don't have to have a zipper in the back of the neck, so it will actually be able to go onto your head, which is very useful. You want it to be able to go on your head without struggle. So yeah, I'm gonna have to use some dish towels and stuff. Just gonna place this on the table and wrap it around. I'm pretty sure they got rid of my duct tape because the movers wouldn't take it. I'm not sure though, but either way, this shall be what I shall be using. There we go. All right. And if you think that's not enough on the neck, you can add a second one. For me, that will not wrap around, but what you can also do is just do the same fold again like that. And again, if you want it thinner. I think that I think it will need to be just a bit thinner. I think I just heard the dog honking. Wrap it around. There we go. It's all flush to the neck right there. I'm looking at it from the side. I think that is good. I'm going to go to the other side and tape it off. All right, so I think you actually want to have the mouth open like this. So when it closes, it will be able to not have this like little flap there. So. For instance, if I glued it shut like that, and opened it, as you can see, it creates this fold, which you don't want. So you want to have the mouth open like that. And I don't know what to use to keep that open. And now you're just going to want to saran wrap it. It appears I've ran out of saran wrap, so I'm just going to have to go from here, I guess. Now you're just going to basically, so you're just going to first basically secure the saran wrap around it like this. And now it's more secure there. I'm just going to put this back up there. And I've wrapped it around there. I was not able to get that side of the head. I'm just going to basically go around it and just tape it. Okay, so ignore the people in the background. There are just people over there. Anyways, so basically I'm not going around the edges of the mask yet. I'm staying away from the edges, except for that one piece because it's like perfectly uniform there for some reason. There we go. Anyways, so you see there's a big space here. And that's the main reason why I'm staying away from it. When I do go closer, I'm basically going to go across like that. Speaking of which, I think I will do that now, like this. Just go across like that. And don't be afraid to overlap onto the mask. That's a good thing, because it allows you to basically make it so you can hide the edges and hide the mask holes there. Right, so you see there's this big old piece right here that is hanging out of there. So I'm basically going to just snip it off. Because it is very much hanging and in the way. And now I've made a little hole there, so I'm basically going to seal it up with hot glue, because I just I'll make it so it is okay. And I'm basically going to just go across the band of the strap and make it so it will just stay there. Okay, so I've taped it all around the whole entire head like this. And now you just need to do this part. Basically, you're going to take your tape and just basically map it out, sort of like this. Like this. You're just going to first in the front make a V shape like this. That is the size of the hood you want for it. And then try not to cut the balaclava while doing this as well. So there we go. I've got a V shape there, which will be about the size of the hood. Now on the sides, I'm going to do sort of the same thing, except just a straight line, like this. And then trim to the angle of the other piece of tape, like that. And do the same thing on the other side. God, close the door. You're basically going to do the same thing on the other side right over here. This is being annoying. Just like that. Sorry about the interruptions they are doing. They're being very, very annoying. One moment. Okay, I closed my door. They were being very, very loud. And you see in the back, there's not much left right here, so I'm basically just gonna cut this off. There we go. I'm going to just do about like a small V, maybe about to there. And the same this way. Oh, there we go. And now you're just basically going to go down to the line of, I think that was the hot glue gun. Now you're basically going to do the same thing you did with the head, but down to where you marked the shoulders. Okay, so I've done the whole entire part of it, and as you can see, this still has got a lot of stuff hanging over. So I'm basically going to trim it off. But make sure not to take off the pattern before trimming it. I'll explain why I'm doing this in a minute. You might see while doing this there are like wrinkles underneath the tape. Like if you look under here, there's a wrinkle there, a wrinkle there. That's fine. You can just sew over it. What I'm basically doing is just cutting it off, so when all the fur is patterned out, and I cut when the whole hood is on and stuff, I basically sew the balaclava to the hood, so it looks much more clean. Okay, so it's all taped up like this. Now what you're going to do is, like, if it's hanging over the lip, you can just clip it like that. But don't just seal this part, with, like, I don't know, like craft foam. That's not gonna work. It's gonna fall off, and it's just not very good. So I just like to do the fur on it as well. So they can just have a little goatee. Anyways, you can take like a Posca or a Sharpie. I'm using a Posca, and what you basically do is just mark out, well, your markings. The first thing you're gonna do is just take a straight thing that's bending, like bendy, and go down the middle like this. Straight down the middle like this, so you can mark down where the middle is, making it easier when patterning. But yeah, I'm going to use this. Just go straight down the middle. And you mark the fur direction to where it is going on both sides. And like this, I'm going to mark it going down like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I've got it all patterned out, and what you want to do is basically take your device that you're watching this on, besides a computer, like a phone or an iPad, and basically video the patterns that you have drawn on. Oh, hold on. That you have drawn on. I'm using my phone that I'm recording on, as you can see, to just record what I drew on here, so I know which one goes to which. Alright, it's all patterned out. As you can see, I've got the R is for right, L is for left, meaning which side is the left side and which side is the right side. Well, technically where it goes, technically. Anyways, let's get this done. And it is all done. As you can see, they're all cut out. But you got to remember, do not lose these or throw these away once you're done patterning, because if you accidentally mess up a piece or, I don't know, forget to pattern a piece, you got to remember to keep them. Anyways, I've got to cut the video short. Really sorry. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good day. Bye.